Absolutely. Here's the modified article in long-form speech style, exceeding 50 paragraphs, without paragraph numbering or additional instructions. If you are rich, Naples is nothing short of a paradise. The sun shines a little warmer, the sea sparkles a little brighter, and the culture wraps around you like a fine Italian suit. As journalist Vincenzo Credendino says, one day you pick up the boat and go to Capri, another day Amalfi, maybe even Pompeii. You eat well, you live well. Naples, if you are rich, is very attractive. And that attractiveness isn't just luring tourists anymore, it's pulling in Premier League players. A city once known for its chaotic beauty is becoming a preferred destination for football royalty. Naples, in this new age, is more than romance and ruins, it's becoming a fortress of football ambition. President Aurelio De Laurentiis has flipped the script. A man once perceived as conservative with finances, someone who would rather sell than spend, is now playing a very different game. He's no longer just protecting the budget. He's hunting trophies. And the prey. Premier League talent, seasoned and ready. It began with Scott McTominay. The Scottish midfielder, not always a starter at Manchester United, arrived and ignited Naples. He became a cult hero, a symbol of grit in a city that lives for passion and grit. His performances helped power Napoli to a Serie A title, their fourth in history, and the club's second in just 3 years. But that was only the beginning. De Laurentiis went bigger. Much bigger. He brought in 6-time Premier League champion Kevin De Bruyne. Yes, the maestro of Manchester City, one of the greatest midfielders of his generation, now wears Napoli blue. And he joins a growing list of arrivals with Romelu Lukaku and Billy Gilmour also making their way south. Jack Grealish. He's being whispered in corridors across Naples. Alejandro Garnacho. Another possibility. Jadon Sancho. Linked too. Suddenly, Napoli isn't just scouting the Premier League, they're poaching stars once thought untouchable. Credendino chuckles at the shift. People in Napoli are thinking Aurelio De Laurentiis is going crazy. But it's not madness. It's strategy. Calculated, bold, and rooted in the scent of vulnerability wafting from their Italian rivals. Napoli's Serie A rivals are faltering. Inter Milan lost Simone Inzaghi to Saudi millions. Atalanta's long-serving Gasperini left for Roma. Juventus are restructuring. AC Milan won't even taste Europe next season. And amid all that turbulence, Napoli sees opportunity and pounces. Their stability is their greatest asset. De Laurentiis has built something rare in football, a self-sustaining, self-believing club. Even Federico Mari, a transfer strategist and football executive, says it plainly, Napoli is very stable. They plan before others. This isn't a new phenomenon. This is the club that went bankrupt in 2004 and fought its way back. They were in the third tier, forgotten and broken. But De Laurentiis rebuilt, brick by brick. By 2007, they were back in Serie A. By 2023, they were champions again. Now, they want more. Mari sees the vision. Napoli is a very well-run club. For the De Laurentiis family, this is their main business. They've managed to succeed both on the pitch and off it. Their history of smart sales proves that. Gonzalo Higuain to Juventus for £75.3 million. Kvaratskhelia to PSG. Cavani to PSG. And even Victor Osimhen, bought for over £70 million, may soon leave, but on their terms, for their price. Now the focus is shifting from selling to strengthening. De Laurentiis isn't just wheeling and dealing. He's building a legacy. And he's doing it with one of the most intense, demanding managers in world football, Antonio Conte. Conte is not for the faint-hearted. He's not a developer, he's a dominator. You don't hire Conte to grow, you hire him to win. He lives for trophies, not projects. He demands stars. And De Laurentiis has given him stars. Lukaku, Conte's old favorite, joined from Chelsea. De Bruyne followed. These aren't players on the rise, these are battle-hardened champions. These are players who expect silverware and know how to get it. De Bruyne's decision stunned many. He left the Premier League not for Saudi riches, but for Naples, and took a pay cut to do it. According to reports, he earns €5.5 million per year after receiving a hefty €10 million signing bonus. He's the club's second highest earner, behind Lukaku. Why? Because he believes. In the coach. In the project. In the city. Conte knows what he needs. He doesn't want raw diamonds, he wants polished steel. If you want to grow young players, pick someone else, Credendino says. Conte wants ready-made weapons. Even Napoli's recruitment targets reflect that. Grealish may have underwhelmed in Manchester, but he could thrive in Italy. Sancho, out of favour in England, might flourish in the slower, tactical world of Serie A. Garnacho, still raw, may find himself in a league that offers more freedom and less chaos. This is not a coincidence. This is a calculated migration. Because the truth is, Serie A offers something the Premier League doesn't. Breathing room. Less pressing, more play. Less intensity, more intelligence. The numbers show it. Last season, the Premier League had over 600 more high turnovers than Serie A. Players carried and dribbled more. It was faster, fiercer, more frantic. Serie A, it's a chessboard, and Napoli is positioning its kings and queens. Even former Aston Villa striker Keenan Davis, now at Udinese, noticed the shift. I'm physical. There aren't many like me in Italy. In England, everyone is physical. Here, that stands out. That's why Lukaku thrives. That's why De Bruyne may excel. Because what is ordinary in England becomes elite in Italy. Conte knows this. He's exploiting it. But don't mistake the beauty of Naples for a beach vacation. Conte's players don't come to stroll along the bay. They come to run, to train, to suffer, to win. He makes them run like crazy, Mari says. But he's a winner. And maybe, just maybe, that's why De Bruyne joined. Not just for the sun. Not just for the sea. But to learn. To evolve. To prepare for what's next, whether that's a future in management or simply one last hurrah under a coach who demands everything and gives everything in return. So here we are. Napoli, a club once broken, now buys Premier League stars. A club once bankrupt, now stable and seductive. A city once dismissed as chaotic, now a haven for champions. Napoli isn't dreaming anymore. It's executing. With a clear vision. With a fiery coach. With money, ambition, and timing. De Laurentiis is not going crazy. He's going for glory. And the rest of Italy. They can smell it too. The winds have changed. The mountain has moved. The giants are waking and they wear blue.